Good morning, students. In my yesterday video, I have sent. We are talking about the natural disaster, and in that I have sent you the video of the earthquake. Now today we are going to deal with the flood. That is also comes under the natural disaster. And flood, every year all the rivers, those who are the perennial rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, and the world's other river, they are all get flooded due to the heavy rainfall, and it's create a lot of disturbance and a lot of loss of property and human life. Now just see, this whole of the area is under the flood, and as the whole of the after the flood waters came down, you can just see the condition of the house. It is totally deteriorated, and nothing is being saved over here. All the things are under the water, and they all decay over here. Now coming to the directly to the this one precaution. If you are in this sort of the disaster, once you are in the stuck in the flood, or you are living in the area where near the river which is going to be flood every year, so the precautions you must be take that keep the first aid kit ready. So you must have a very nice first aid kit, especially medicine for diarrhea and snake bites. Now because the snake bites, diarrhea, because that time all the water is impure and you won't get the clean water to drink. And if you are in emergency, if you are drinking that dirty water, you are going to suffer from the diarrhea or the dysenteries and all these sort of things. And the second important, the snake bites. Now what's happened? Once it is the fully flooded area, so the snakes live in the holes underground, and once these their holes were filled with the water, that they come up for their own safety. And as there is water all around and there is no place to make them safe, so you may come under the snake bite. So that is why the first aid kit should be ready with you. Now keep a radio, torch, matches, candle, and spare batteries. Now this is very important. Why to keep the radio? We have to keep the radio so that we can get the instructions from the meteorological department. And torch, because in the night that is totally it is dark area, because once all the things are under the water, so the electric current has been switched off so that the current may not run in the water, and to save the human beings and other people. If you are not having a torch, then you must have kept the matchbox, candle, and spare batteries, because no shop is open to get the batteries and all this sort of the things. Now keep the adequate stock of fresh water and dry fruits. Now what's happened? Once if you are able to maintain the stock of fresh water, it is quite good for you. And for the dry food, you must prepare the food and then preserve, because it will be decay. The dry food should be there with you, and drink only boiled water if possible, and eat only freshly cooked food. So these are the precautions once we are stuck in the flood. And yesterday also I have sent you one of the video on the natural disaster of the landslide and all these sort of things. Now, the second important same things happens. This thing flood comes in the river, and the tsunami comes in the oceans, which is much more dangerous and very, very dangerous. And soon I will send you the video on the tsunami also. You can just see the mass devastation and the destruction by the big waves of the ocean. And why it's happened? Because there are either there is volcanic eruption inside the ocean, or there is some sort of you can say the earthquake, the tectonic plates move ahead or they collide each other. To the once the vibrations come out through the water, it converted into the big waves, and then the big waves, and it converted into the tsunami. Now what's happened? What's happened if you are staying somewhere near the ocean, or sometimes if you are stuck in it? So you must be take the following precautions to save yourself. That you must first of all, you know the height of the street above the sea level, where you are living, or where is your house or the hotel. Now you have to maintain the distance from the coast. The number one thing, you have to rush away from the coast, so that the water cannot reach over there. And the area of the great wrecks are the less than the 10 meters sea level within the 2 kilometers from the coast. So at least 2 kilometers you must keep yourself away from above the coast. And pre-plan evacuation route of your house, school, workplace, and find the area about the 30 meters above the sea level. So you can just save the location within the 15 minutes. If you are living over there, so you must take the sort of the precaution that your the school or your house, it is much more 30 meters above the sea level, and you can be safely reached within a 15 minutes from the spot. And the tsunami warning system should be installed in the high risk zones, and those areas which are having the high risk tsunami areas, so there should be the warning system should be there. Okay, as the tsunami comes, to it starts ringing, and you have got the time to save yourself. Now tomorrow we are going to deal with the human-made disaster.